Right guys, so we're going to have a look at the Copenhagen side plank exercise. Really useful exercise this, but obviously the inner thigh, the adductor, the groin area, that's a really common site of injury in loads of different sports, especially running, turning, kicking sports. So what we're going to do is look at some methods to strengthen that. There's a couple of issues as well that people get with this exercise, so we'll just go through and discuss why them issues are happening and how you can avoid it. So again, Copenhagen side plank, really good for core stability, but also really crucial on this inner thigh muscle group. As you notice, you don't need to have shoes on for this, you can do, but Christmas socks are always a good option whenever, whatever time of the year. So all we're going to do from there, place your foot up onto the bench. Now, what people will find is that they'll come into this and they'll find that they get pain on the inside of the knee, and general knee pain with this one. One thing that's really important is that you're actively pushing your foot down. You're not just thinking about lifting your hips up, because that's going to put a lot of force through the knee. We want to be pushing the foot down into the bench as we go. So again, hips are going to lift because the foot is pushed into the bench. Another really key element on this is that rather than lying too far back or too far forward, you want to make sure that your hips, shoulders, all stacked on top of each other, and then again pushing into the bench with your foot to lift them hips up. For a lot of people, this is going to be a fairly short exercise. You might be starting off with 10-15 seconds and obviously building up from there. Now, if that's too much, even at those sort of 10-15 seconds, that's really common because this is an exercise that's quite difficult to get used to. What we can do is move the bench slightly further up the leg, because that's going to reduce the force on the knee. So especially if it's your knee pain that you're struggling with, but even if it's just weakness, what we can do in that situation is just move further up and you'll find it a little bit easier. Still really focused not just on lifting the hips, but on actively pushing down against the bench. Lift up, pushing down, and just hold that. And then again, it should be a little bit more manageable to get through the time that's suggested on your set. Obviously, you're going to do both legs. Guys, let me know how you get on with that one. Cheers.